My family blamed me for ruining the wedding when I was forced to wear a dress too small for me, causing my body to leak out. My brother got married to my sister-in-law, Polly, who seemed perfect for him in every way. He proposed to her at Disney World, and as soon as they announced their engagement, she started planning the wedding. Everything was going great. Her mom gave her 20 grand in cash, and so she decided to buy all of the bridesmaid dresses to wear for her wedding, so she was sure she could have what she wanted. She asked her 4 best friends and me to be her bridesmaids and presented the dress options to me because I was the biggest and she wanted to make sure they fit. She got 2 colors in the same size, style, and brand. It was a lighter one that fit me very well. The darker was extremely tight and short enough to not completely cover my downstairs area. Yikes. I thought it had been mislabeled, so I showed her. It was the biggest size the dress came in, so of course I couldn't wear it. She agreed and put the dresses away. Fast forward to a week before the wedding, and she decides to use the dark color and has apparently forgotten that it doesn't fit me because she brought out the lighter color for each fitting. Her mom set up an extra fitting for the dark dress, and the seamstress and I both freaked out once I put it on again. I had lost 5 pounds but gained more in my boobs, 38H, and the dress was baby doll style, so it hung well above my hoo-ha. The fabric didn't have any extra to let out seams, and the only thing we could do was replace the straps to make them a couple inches longer. The chest puckered so much that we sewed the slip part of the dress to the outer fabric to make it less noticeable, and at the end of the day, she just told me to wear shorts under it because there wasn't anything else she could do. I told Polly, and she just said it couldn't be as bad as I thought, and to deal with it. I said I would rather not be in the wedding at all, which caused her to flip out like a fish out of water. She got the whole family to talk to me, and I finally agreed to stay on as long as I could wear shorts under the dress. On the day of the wedding, we were getting ready and I put on my shorts so my underwear wouldn't show. Polly freaked out again and said they showed under the dress and I couldn't wear them, yelling at me for being dramatic. The other bridesmaids looked sympathetic but didn't say anything. So I took off the shorts and held the hem as I walked, and the flowers low. I hid in the back of all the photos, and the groomsmen who walked the aisle with me held my elbow instead of lacing arms so I could still hold my hem and my bouquet. Immediately after photos in the ceremony, and with permission from the bride and groom from the day before, I changed into a different outfit. Same color, no embellishments, but longer. When she saw me later, she started whispering, yelling at me that I was so dramatic and I was ruining her wedding and to just leave. I didn't have a car with me, so I just sat outside the venue until the reception ended so as to not upset her further. She now has a photo from the ceremony hanging on her wall, and I've been photoshopped out of it completely. Since then, she's been reminiscing about the wedding recently and including me in the conversations like, "Do you remember the bridesmaid dresses? Oh, they looked so good," among other things. I legit cannot tell if she just doesn't remember or if she's trying to be mean. I'm autistic and not the best in social situations, so I really don't know if I'm being dramatic or if I should have just said no to being in the wedding, even through the pressure of my family. When I told my parents and brother what had happened, they made me feel pretty bad, saying that I was being dramatic. It was her day, and it's their house, and they can hang any art they want on the walls, and to stop complaining about the past. I hadn't brought it up at all since the wedding, so I didn't think I was complaining all that much. But maybe I was. Maybe I made the day more stressful for Polly than it needed to be. Maybe she just wanted to forget it happened, and that's why she photoshopped me out of the photo. What do you think? Update. It's been almost 6 months since the wedding. In this time, I followed the advice I was given and showed my family what people had been saying online. My brother said Polly feels incredibly embarrassed that she made me wear that dress in the first place, and that's why she did all the things she did, photoshopping me out of the wedding photo on their wall, kicking me out of the reception. The list goes on. He also explained that by telling me the dresses looked pretty, Polly was trying to apologize. Apparently, Polly is trying really hard to forget it happened at all. My mom said she was sorry and that she didn't realize most of that stuff had happened and didn't know I was still upset about the dress. She said it was a crappy situation and she understands why I would be upset, and nobody enjoyed seeing me walk down the aisle like that. She apologized for telling me to not pick that battle because she realizes now that it wasn't just a small thing to deal with, and if she had realized Polly was still going with a dress that didn't fit, she would have done something, and maybe we could have altered the dress more or whatever. I think she's really upset that it happened and she couldn't do anything about it, and that I shared it on the internet for strangers to read. My dad laughed at everyone, calling Polly a monster for what she did. I also sent the post to my cousin, and she told me it reignited her rage from that day. She invited me to come live with her a whole state away from my parents and brother for a while. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm a little afraid this has made some things worse, like my family might start fighting about it and it would be my fault. Maybe I should have just been passive-aggressive, but this situation is done now and there's no going back.